A family reached out to paranormal investigators because they began noticing strange occurrences happening in their home. The team installed surveillance cameras to document the events and figure out what was going on. Let's take a look. One day, something truly creepy was caught on camera. When no one was home, a figure resembling a child ran up the stairs. The family has no idea who or what it was, and the paranormal team is still trying to get to the bottom of the situation. In the next video, which was captured by a surveillance camera in an apartment, a ghostly figure can be seen walking through a room. The video quickly went viral on social media, and users began actively debating whether the figure was a ghost, just an illusion, or even cigarette smoke. Watch it again in slow motion and let us know what you think. The next video was filmed at 3 a.m., the so-called Devil's Hour. A young man said he had a feeling that someone was trying to break into his apartment that night, so he started recording to calm himself.
O que você quer aqui? Isso não pode ser eu.
At first, you can see a shadow above the door, and someone knocks. The guy locks the door and backs away, but then he sees the doorknob moving. Then, when he looks into one of the rooms, he sees a dark figure and gets seriously scared. That's where the video ends. Whether the figure was a paranormal entity or someone playing a prank, we'll never know. This next video was found on TikTok. A man had been witnessing paranormal activity in his apartment and decided to conduct an experiment with a mirror. He set up 2 cameras and sat in front of the mirror. The first experiment involved taking several photos with an old film camera. The second experiment aimed to determine whether the mirror could be a portal to another world.
Только передние. Если там кто-нибудь есть, дай знак. Ну, по-моему, не работает.
The man lit a candle, asked if anyone was inside the mirror, and requested a sign. When he blew out the candle, it could still be seen burning in the mirror. He later posted the results of the first experiment, the photos, on social media. Some users claim to see shadows and figures in the images, but I didn't see anything. Did you? The next video was recorded during what seemed like a regular soccer match. Take a look. A figure moves quickly through the stands, seemingly passing through people. Was it an optical illusion, or was the figure really connected to something paranormal? I'm waiting to hear your theories in the comments. The next video was recorded by a surveillance camera. Take a look. A man is walking along the road, and a car is driving beside him. As the car passes, the man is suddenly gone, but you can see what looks like an anomaly crossing the road and then disappearing. A few seconds later, near the car, another anomaly appears to be moving, and then a shadow quickly runs across the road. Was this just a camera glitch, or did the video actually capture something paranormal? We will never know for sure, but we can at least try to guess. This clip is a news report from Spain. However, many viewers who watched it noticed something strange.
Fuera de las urnas de Nogales, Arizona, donde la gente ha mostrado mucha emoción y diversidad de opinión entre los dos partidos. Entrevistamos a algunos latinos que...
Pay attention to the background. Did you see it? If not, let's zoom in. You can see a figure passing behind the woman on the left, which literally vanishes into thin air before entering the house. One user who pointed out this video said it's unlikely that a news report would be staged. They also doubted it was a filming glitch, as it wasn't shot on a basic phone. So what was it then? Share your thoughts in the comments. In the next video, a family decided to surprise their daughter on her birthday. They never expected that a simple birthday celebration would turn out to be quite eerie. Only adults were present at the party, but when they filmed the birthday girl, they noticed a small child behind her. Take a look for yourself. The birthday girl looks into the camera, and right behind her stands a little boy. He appears completely motionless, but after a few moments, the boy takes a few steps and then disappears entirely. The guests were convinced that they captured the spirit of a young child who, for some reason, cannot leave that space. The next video was filmed by a man named Michael, who believes his house is inhabited by something paranormal. The first thing he noticed was his closet doors opening by themselves, so he tied the handles with rope. However, that didn't help.
I'm sitting here watching a movie, and my cabinet yanked. Like, you can still see it moving a little bit. Like the thing I have it tied shut with, and usually it's tighter than that. And see? Look, I told you. I told you something was yanking on it. And it's weird because it's been a long time since it messed with this cabinet. Hello? You want to do it again? Are you trying to get the doors open?
Michael records as the closet doors move, as if someone is inside. His followers had many questions, but when he posted a second video, some were left speechless.
Hello? Is there a reason why you wanted me to open the door? I know it's been a while since you messed with it.
Michael opens the closet and shows that he keeps dolls inside. Some users pointed out that as he opened the closet, a whisper could be heard. But that wasn't all. Look closely.
Alright, I'm about to close the door. I'm pretty sure that doll just looked up.
You can see one of the dolls on the left slightly move without any apparent reason. Michael noticed this too and left his house the same day. Was this just a hoax, or did Michael really capture a paranormal event? Share your theories in the comments. The next video was filmed by a surveillance camera in the backyard. Watch. Something resembling an orb flies across the backyard, and at that moment, the garage door suddenly opens. The video ends there, and what it was remains unknown, but we can at least speculate. In the next video, Casey and Colton head to a house known as Hinsdale, located in a remote part of upstate New York, surrounded by rural fields. Nowadays, people visit from all over the US. Researchers say it's one of the most haunted places in the country. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary house, built in the 1800s by a wealthy local farmer. Soon after its construction, it was converted into a small private hotel, and rumors of the house's dark past began. It was said that guests were murdered there. Later, when Ian and Richard took over the house, even the neighbors kept their distance, but travelers didn't know about the murders, assaults, and robberies happening there. In the decades that followed, everyone who lived in the house experienced accidents, including fatal ones. Many tourists who visit the house admit they feel a ghostly presence and that the spirits try to attack them, as they often find mysterious bruises and scratches on their bodies after their tours. Researchers and witnesses have shared terrifying stories about this house, so the team heads there to see what Hinsdale is really all about.
I heard that you could spin that ghost over there on command. Can you make that ghost start moving? It's 100% still right now. If you start moving that, if you could rotate that ghost, that would be incredible if you could show us that you're here right now. Even the slightest little movement or turn would indicate that you're present with us.
Also,
They believe one of their cameras captured an orb flying by what they called a ghost. Take a look. Minutes later, as one of the team members tries to communicate with the spirits, the improvised ghost begins to move slightly.
Heard that you don't like being provoked,
yeah.
right? So,
In no disrespect, we're not trying to provoke you, but at the same time, wow.
it's moving. Did you see that?
Yeah, ooh.
It's moving. Look, look, look.
The team notes that there's no draft and the windows are closed, so it couldn't have moved for that reason.
Back on the couch.
Look up top.
Yeah, it was close.
There you go.
What's it gonna
be.
Something to take note of, though.
Yeah,
Definitely moved.
definitely do.
Several orbs pass by the men as they try to get answers from the spirits. A few moments later, Casey and Colton heard footsteps followed by strange sounds resembling toy chimes.
Is that the toy? Like a jingle or some sort of like ding ding? Like a little tiny ball or something, right?
If that's you making noise upstairs, can you do it again? Can you do it down here?
Then, Casey notices something odd. The closet where a doll was placed is slightly open, even though when they first entered the house, he had personally closed it. Despite the strange events, the determined investigators decided to conduct a seance. One of them, Colton, stays in the house alone and starts the session.
Oh, yes.
How many? Can you give me a direct number? Is there more than one spirit present here?
Oh, yes.
How many? Can you give me a direct number?
Casey asks questions, and Colton, sitting in total darkness and seemingly possessed by spirits, responds, feeling a presence nearby. After a few questions, the closet where the doll is kept suddenly opens by itself, but Colton doesn't know this since he's wearing noise-canceling headphones and is in complete darkness. Casey started to worry about Colton and decided to go after him. However, when he approached the front door, he found it was locked. That's where the investigation ends, with Casey and Colton convinced that Hinsdale House is indeed inhabited by something paranormal, and caution is necessary. A family was on vacation and decided to visit a water park. They wanted to capture this pleasant moment, so they filmed everything. Everything seemed fun and ordinary until they posted the video on social media. Many people started asking them about something they hadn't noticed themselves. Let's take a look. Viewers noticed that next to the woman, it seemed like a small child was riding along. They could see the child's legs. They were surprised because only adults are allowed on that slide. They decided to investigate the history of this place and discovered that several years ago, a little child drowned in this pool. Was it the child's ghost? Or was it something else? Share your speculations in the comments. This video was recorded by a Russian-speaking vlogger, but there's no detailed information about them. You can see a figure with dark hair that vanishes at some point. Some users compared the figure to characters from Japanese horror movies, while others said they would have run away immediately. Why didn't the guy seem particularly scared? And was it staged or real? Share your opinion in the comments. A store clerk was working the night shift when something interrupted his work process. He was confused and decided to review the footage from the security cameras.
Just putting things away from the box. All right, now watch. I want you guys to focus on this area right here. Okay? Hold on, let me speed this up a bit.
They haven't got the first clue on how to use it.
All right, watch.
You have the doctrine right, and you stow it on a shelf in your closet, and do not pull that doctrine out.
A box suddenly fell off a shelf, and the man went over to check what caused it. He shows that the entire supermarket is completely empty. He walks around the store, looking for someone or something that could have knocked the box down.
Come on up! Always trying to mess with me. Oh! Oh, no. Let me see. Hold on. Where am I? I'm here. Where am I though? What's it? Look, there I am, right there. Look, you see that? You see that? Nah.
At one point, someone pulls his hair, and this is captured on the security footage. At that moment, he was really frightened. Do you have any theories about what the man encountered that night? The next short video frightened many viewers. Let's take a look. In the glass of the oven door, you can see the reflection of a dark figure sitting in a chair. However, when the man points the camera directly at the chair, there's no one there. Did he cleverly trick everyone, or was it a dark entity? You decide. This video was found on TikTok. A man opens a door and walks into a room. At that moment, a dark figure quickly runs across. He tries to find the figure but only encounters paranormal incidents. Paper suddenly falls off the table without any visible reason, and his stroller moves by itself. That's where the video ends, and what was actually captured remains a mystery. This series of videos was filmed by Jake, who came face to face with a dark entity. Take a look. While he is in his bedroom, he suddenly notices a dark figure in the hallway, and it genuinely terrifies him.
Παιδιά, κοιτάξτε, κουνιέται μόνο του το μαξιλάρι. Τι είναι αυτό? Δεν έχω ξαναδεί ποτέ κάτι τέτοιο στη ζωή μου.
The next day, Jake notices that the pillow on his bed suddenly starts to move, and he manages to capture it on camera. A few days later, the paranormal activity didn't stop, it only intensified. This time, Jake saw someone lying on his bed, but when he turned on the light, there was no one there. The next video was recorded in his basement.
Και φοβάμαι πάρα πολύ. Εδώ πέρα. Και κάτι ακούω κιόλας. Και δεν ξέρω τι να κάνω. Κάτι ακούω, παιδιά. Πίσω από την πόρτα.
When he went down there, he once again encountered the dark figure and ran away in fear. Jake noticed that even when he left the house, the figure seemed to follow him.
Αμάν, παιδιά, τι είναι αυτό το πράγμα ξανά? Τι είναι αυτό? Θεέ μου, τι είναι αυτό το πράγμα? Τι είναι αυτό το πράγμα?
This time, while standing near the stairs, he once again sees something, but when he runs to check, there's no one there.
Παιδιά, τα ακούτε τα βήματα που είναι σαν να περπατάει κάτι πάνω στο παρκέ? Ακούστε, ακούστε.
In another video from the bedroom, Jake captured the moment a dark figure peeked out from behind the bed, as if it was watching him. The paranormal incidents didn't stop, and Jake continued recording. This time, the dark figure was seen through the window. However, when he looked inside, the room was completely empty. The same thing happened when Jake approached the elevator.
Καθώς πήγα να κοινωνήσω, να μεταλάβω και να εξομολογηθώ, εκείνη τη στιγμή αντίκρισα μέσα στο ασανσέρ να με περιμένει ξανά αυτός ο δαίμονας. Έτσι άνοιξα γρήγορα την πόρτα και εξαφανίστηκε. Νομίζω ότι τελικά πάω χαμένος.
The dark figure disappeared as soon as he opened it. Jake was frightened and installed a security camera in his apartment. One night, some chilling footage was captured. While the man was sleeping, a dark figure was standing in the doorway, watching him. Jake kept filming videos again and again, and the dark figure seemed to be getting closer and closer to him. This time, he captured it when it was right next to him.
Καλησπέρα φίλοι. Καθώς γυρνούσα αργά το βράδυ στο σπίτι, είδα αυτό που δεν μπορείτε να πιστέψετε και εσείς τα ίδια σας τα μάτια. Αυτή τη φορά, ο δαίμονας με περίμενε στο μπαλκόνι μου. Έτρεξα γρήγορα μες στο σπίτι μου, καθώς έβαλα τα κλειδιά και άνοιξα την πόρτα. Έτρεξα γρήγορα στα παράθυρα, να δω τι μπορεί να γίνεται μες στο ίδιο μου το σπίτι. Όπως βλέπετε, άνοιξα γρήγορα την πόρτα και τα ρολά ήταν κατεβασμένα. Έτρεξα γρήγορα και από την άλλη πλευρά του δωματίου. Μπήκα γρήγορα μέσα, να κοιτάξω και από εκεί, αν είναι και από εκεί ασφαλισμένα. Αλλά όπως βλέπετε, ήταν όλα εντάξει, ήταν όλα κλειστά. Άνοιξα γρήγορα το μπατζούρι, να δω αν καρτερεί ακόμη κάτι εκεί έξω. Δεν υπήρχε απολύτως τίποτα. Δεν ξέρω τι θα με περιμένει στη συνέχεια αυτή τη φορά.
One evening, when Jake went out for a walk, he saw the dark figure standing on his own balcony. He immediately pointed out that there was no way anyone could have gotten there, since the balcony was locked. That's where Jake's video series ends. But who or what is this dark figure that's been following him? We'll never know for sure, but we can certainly try to guess. In this video, a school bus was filmed, and the person behind the camera noticed something creepy. Watch this. We see what appears to be shadows moving inside the bus, even though the girl claims there was no one inside. What was that? Maybe she should have gone closer to see what was really happening. What do you think? This next mysterious video quickly went viral on social media. A man believes that he and his team captured a ghost on camera. Watch closely.
Yo, we've been hearing this sound in our house. They say this house is haunted. But look at that smoke coming. Looks like smoke, but it's not. I don't think. Yo, that is definitely not smoke. It's coming from through our walls. Yo, what if we would catch? Oh, wow! Look at yo. What? Yo, it just went through the wall. Careful. This thing just went through our wall.
An anomaly resembling a girl appears in the room, moves around, and then passes through the wall. What do you think? Was that really a ghost? Share your theories in the comments. This video was filmed in a hospital. Take a look. A man is walking through the corridors of the building when suddenly some equipment starts moving, even though no one is nearby. Was it something paranormal, or is there a logical explanation for this incident? I'll leave the decision up to you. The next video was filmed by Frank, a fan of the paranormal and adrenaline-fueled experiences. This time, he ventures into an abandoned building that, according to legend, is haunted by ghosts. Let's take a look.
What the fuck? This door just moved on me. Oh, what the freak was that? Something just passed right in front of the camera. There it is. What is that? I can't see it, but you guys could see it.
At the very beginning of the investigation, a door opens in front of him, almost as if inviting him to come inside. When he enters, he sees something in front of the camera, which could very well have just been dust. Frank decides to go back outside and film the building from the outside.
I want to see if that door closes or opens again. And I want you to see, if you look at the trees, there's no wind. See? Nothing. The air is still, and right now, according to my watch, the wind speed is exactly 0. You guys can't see it, but my watch is literally telling me it's 0. This is the other side. What the fuck is that? I think I just saw something move again. Hold on. I'm gonna zoom in. I think I got something. Bring up the brightness here. It's moving. Somebody is staring at me right now. Holy shit, and something just passed by right in front of the window too. It just was like from right here, just went towards the bottom. I don't even know if they see me, because I have no lights on, just IR. I'm gonna turn on my flashlight. They're hiding from me. They are 100% hiding from me.
In the window, he sees a silhouette that resembles a child. The figure stands almost completely still, staring directly at Frank. When Frank turns on his flashlight and points it at the silhouette, it vanishes. The YouTuber decides to go back inside to check who, or what, it was. He doesn't find anyone and can't understand where the figure could have gone, since there's nowhere to hide.
Again, I'm doing this completely all dark. And I just seen a flashlight or something that looked like passed by the window. I think I'm hearing something. I hear somebody singing.
He continues his investigation and hears a sound resembling singing. He doesn't manage to capture anything else paranormal, but the figure standing in the window frightened many of his viewers. As for what it really was, that's for you to decide. The next video was filmed on a surveillance camera in a regular apartment. At night, the apartment owner received a notification about movement. Take a look at what was captured that night. You can spot an anomaly that appears and quickly moves through the room. Viewers actively commented on the video, saying it could have been anything from ordinary smoke to a real ghost. And what it actually was, as always, is up to you to decide. This footage was taken in a warehouse. Take a look. A semi-transparent figure, which briefly walks through the warehouse and then disappears, can be seen in the footage from a surveillance camera. Who or what it was remains unknown. Some users suggested it might have been a glitch in the camera. Others wrote that the figure really did resemble a ghost. And what it actually was, as always, is up to you to decide. The next series of videos was filmed by a man who frequently experiences paranormal phenomena in his house. Let's take a look.
Excuse me. Are you back there again? This has become its favorite spot.
First, he notices that the kitchen faucet turns on by itself. Then something frightening happens.
This has become its favorite spot. Now, and there he is. Okay, that's enough water, please. Okay. Everyone can see you in their reflection, bud. Everyone can see you in their reflection. And it's gone. Okay. I know he's not in here, but I just want anyone who's watching to see. This is too small, but just like it's not. I just wanted you to see. The cabinets are knocking again. I'm leaving. Oh, shoot. That's enough for today.
He sees a shadow moving in another room and goes to check. When he enters, he realizes the room is empty. As he walks out, he hears the cabinets banging. In another video, the man's dog notices something. The dog looks at the windows and suddenly starts barking.
What are you seeing? Something's been spooking him. He's jumping around. This dude. What are you seeing? Why don't you back up? Charlie. I know. Calm down. It's okay. What are you seeing? You're freaking me out, buddy. Do we need to go? Should we go, Bubba? You tell me when it's time to go. Because I don't know what you're looking at, but when we...
What exactly she saw and why she reacted that way, the man never figured out. Another video was filmed while the man was home alone.
I'm home alone. I'm hearing my own voice upstairs. The door won't stop knocking. And there's nobody there. This door keeps banging. I thought I was hearing my voice. Nobody's there. Go away! Open the door. Ooh, that was right over my shoulder. Who's... I'm giving you one chance to leave. I know what you're doing. Stop. It's not scaring me. It's not scaring anybody else. You need to leave now. Yeah, I got a feeling you're in this room, aren't you? Are you in here? This again. Okay. Come here. All right. If you're gonna play these games all night, I'm not gonna play. I'm not doing this. And now I hear the bathroom water on. Good grief. Get out.
He heard his own voice coming from the second floor, which gave him chills. He also hears knocking in the house, even though there's no one behind the door. When he goes upstairs, the door to one of the rooms closes right in front of him. The brave man continues on and checks the other rooms. Then he hears a knock behind another door and walks straight in. He tries to communicate with the supposed spirit. What happens next truly scares him. A dark figure passes through the room, and the door suddenly slams shut with force. But that wasn't the end of it.
Yes? Hello? What is that? Who are you? I'm not gonna hurt you. Leave my lights alone.
A few days later, the man experienced electrical issues in his house. As he walked through the first floor, he noticed a dark figure peeking out from behind a door, seemingly watching him. However, when he entered the bathroom, there was no one there. After he left, the figure appeared once again, and then the video abruptly cut off. So what is living in this man's house? A paranormal entity? A shadow figure? Or is he just fooling everyone? Share your theories in the comments. In the next video, a team of ghost hunters decides to investigate a house that, according to legends, is haunted. Let's take a look.
Maggie, can you give us a sign if a spirit has crossed the threshold? BC, thank you for the follow. Sevens, thank you for the share.
They place a doll in the doorway and try to communicate with the supposed spirit through it. And it seems like the spirit begins to respond. At the moment the men ask the doll to give a sign if a spirit is present in the room, its dress shifts position. According to the ghost hunting team, dark entities can inhabit dolls and reveal their true nature through them. Do you believe them?
That's the wave, that's the flash. Hey, ha, yeah, vibe, move, no bar, just auto-tune. Loose, that's the wave, that's the flash. Yeah, vibe, move, no bar, just auto-tune. Loose, that's the wave, that's the flash. You crowd line, screenshot pin for engagement.
I bet this all is in one more getting payment.
You say be kind rap before cancel a name. I say it to my face, let's see who's brave. Your favorite rapper, Mose.